he's in no need of anything.
So handsome.
And the most awesome thing is, Kunzi is starting with a mage.
Wow.
Why Spo is going for a shaman, and I hope to see the mage win actually, just to see one more mage game.
I think Shaman's gonna win. Just throw it out here. Mage works wonders against the Miracle Rogue. I think he expected to play against the Miracle. It's even a Flame Strike Mage.
Well, Flame Strike is not surprising. The big question is he playing two Flame Strikes, one Blizzard, one Flame Strike? I saw some versions with two Flame Strikes lately.
I saw more mages with only Blizzards.
That's correct, but we're going back to the Flame Strike mages since the decks are getting beefier again.
Yep.
You have even those mid-range, I'm going to call them mid-range Zulocks with Yetis and stuff. And if you ask yourself, why don't you see Spo's point of view, he sent me a file where he fought an Innkeeper for this match. So that was quite, I was confused when I saw it. I just recognized it this morning. I tried to contact him, couldn't make it happen. So now you only have this match. You only have this match from Kunzi's point of view. That shouldn't be a problem.
We will send people over to Spo, don't worry.
Well, we should need to send people over to Sweden. It could turn out to a problem.
No. We have people everywhere.
We could drive over to ECOP, and that's a possible thing. He just lives like really near us here in Krefeld. Really good play here for Kunzi. I mean, two good cards already out. Knife Juggler plus that Leopard Gnome. Coin Lightning Bolt will be annoying, but we also see Frostbolt. This is like going good for Kunzi still.
Question is,
yeah.
Frostbolt, Firebolt? I mean Frostbolt, ping, and then ping him again next round. The problem is you really want to play your Gnomish Inventor.
Well, you could also just go for your Apprentice, Frostbolt, and then run in your Leopard Gnome. He does that to
or
damage
Fireball
anyways.
him away immediately.
I feel like Fireball hurts yourself more than it uses.
You really want to have the damage.
The biggest problem
onto
is
the Shaman.
The biggest problem I just see is Earthshock.
Yeah.
So if your Leopard Gnome gets Earthshock, you lose a lot of value.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay to Fireball here, and well, you lose it for turn 5, for turn 6. Well, for turn 5, there's only a Zudrake incoming. You can Frostbolt that good, but for turn 6, when there's a 6/5, yeah, prefer to get that one Firebolted.
You still have a Flame Strike.
There's the Earthshock.
There's the Earthshock.
So we should have ran it in, I say.
Yep. Frostbolt run in.
The advantage also by playing your Apprentice, you would have had a minion out. So even like your Leopard Gnome dies and you have a minion out. So and it's 3/2 minion that cannot get Earthshock like this. Well, it's always easy to say in the end that was a better move. Still he can just go wow. He can just jump quite a lot. He can go Apprentice, a Frostbolt, Arcane, kill the 0/2 totem, Arcane Missile for 0, then go Mirror Image for 0, and if I'm not mistaken, he can also play Arcane Intellect still. Yeah. So he can drop 4 cards if he wants to. I prefer really the Lightning Bolt, then attack the totem.
Frostbolt.
Yeah, the Frostbolt, attack the totem, drop Arcane Missiles, and then just see what happens. And if they go good, you can draw cards. If they go bad, you need to ping.
Yeah. Would you... I don't know if I would play my mirror images right now, because it opens up the possibility for a really great Lightning Storm.
I'm surprised he didn't attack first. I'm just really surprised. He could have minimized the chance of randomness.
Well, no.
Oh, Mana Worms. Well, now you're going to play your mirror images. Like this is obvious. Even if there's a Lightning Storm coming, I'm surprised.
No, now he can play the mirror images next turn. Like if the Lightning Storm just hits for 3 damage, or he coins out, or he gets a Salmons, for example, as well. Like you couldn't attack with your Mana Worm, either way.
Just a problem I see if there's, for example, an Argent Commander. The Argent Commander will probably kill the Apprentice and not the Mana Worm. Still, you just are vulnerable to some charge play. Fire Elemental anyways kills whatever he wants of the 2 minions.
Yep.
It looks good for Kunzi. The only problem he has 3 cards, and well, there's the Argent Commander. It looked like, did I say anything?
You're watching every game 3 times before the show.
At least.
Yep.
I'm just studying every card draw.
And then you make notes.
And
like list of smart stuff to say during the show.
Those charts are not the show plan. Like
notes.
When which match is coming up. No, those are just notes here written on my card.
Yep.
When to say what.
Second mana worm.
That's crazy. And he can kill the 4/2 with his Gnomish Inventor if he runs to. The biggest problem is here
or he just says screw it. I'm gonna go for the face.
Well, he could Iceland the 4/2. Like he has no.
No. You don't want it. No. Don't Icelands the 4/2. You want to go for double Icelands for 4 damage, or even better, go for Frostbolt Icelands. Pow, pow, pow.
The good thing here for Icelancing would be you get another attack on your mana worm, so 2 more attack on your mana worms. That would be a slight advantage you could gain, but I agree with you. You want to go for that play. 1 Frostbolt was already used, and you're relying on top deck pretty much at the moment, and that's never good as a mage. Especially not if
it's never good as anything.
Well,
except for Zulok, maybe.
Yeah, Zulok just doesn't care about top decking since he draws 2 cards per turn. Every other class, well, a slight disadvantage. For example, a Shaman, he can get his totems out without end. That's a good thing. Even if you don't have anything in your hand, you can get totems. Just need to clear the board. A Lightning Storm now would be miraculous for Spo. We do not know if he has some. But if he totems, I expect the Lightning Storm. Or Argent Squire. That just hurts. But this is good.
Flame Strike!
Yeah, Flame Strike. The bad thing is he cannot ping Flame Strike. He needs to attack. Wow, Flame Strike and Leopard Gnome. I would Flame Strike.
Of course.
Now he thinks about pinging and trading everything. Possible.
No.
If you use your Flame Strike now, you cannot use it on Fair Spirits. You cannot use it on the Fire Elementals. And yeah, that's why he considers keeping it.
But he needs to keep his board up. He's running out of cards.
Exactly. He needs to deal as much damage as is possible right now. And with a Leopard Gnome, that's just good. So there's 2 more damage incoming. If there's no Lightning Storm, even a Fire Elemental wouldn't hurt that much.
No. Fire Elemental wouldn't really matter.
It gets 1 mana worm away. Still, there's so much damage on the board. This all comes down if has Spo what are his 6-hand cards?
He doesn't have a Lightning Storm. He would have used it already. It's a no-brainer to use it.
Absolutely. Maybe he's holding 2 hexes and he doesn't want to use his hex.
Well, but against a rush, I call it rush mage. It sort of is. You have to use it. Like, there won't be big minions upcoming.
The only big minion we can expect is Antonidas. And then you're going for Antonidas, Icelands, Fireball. Yes. And this is why the Flame Strike, maybe you could have kept it. Acolyte of Pain, so you can draw a card. It's good.
Yeah. Acolyte of Pain. Ping it. And then maybe use your Icelands onto the 2/3 or the Shaman. Just to buff up your mana worms.
And run them both in.
Yeah.
That's super sad to do. I would actually prefer to
Iceland Spo. Yeah, because if there's a Doomhammer or just any sort of weapon, Stoneforge Axe, you couldn't use it.
Yeah, and the minion is only a 2/3. It's not such a big threat.
And it has to run into the mirror image first, regardless.
The good thing is he can save 1 of his mana worms
and trigger the 2 damage from the Leopard Gnome.
He's down to 9, so he would win with a Pyroblast. No surprise. That does 10 damage. If he draws a Fireball, he cannot win. Like I assume his whole board is going to vaporize now to something. But if the 1/2 survives, he could go Azure Drake, Fireball. That's 7 damage. He's down to 2, and then he would drop down to 1. So Spo might survive 2 more turns if he's able to kill the Mana Worm. If not, I see him going down quite quick.
We'll see. It looks like Spo's really in trouble. He needed...
There's a hex, so he had a hex all the time in his hand. Even more mirror. So you can draw 1 card. Knife
Jugger, mirror image.
I would draw a card first
before
you go Knife Jugger, mirror image. But then go for it. Another Zodrake, so that's even more card draw.
Oh, he could... No, he's not going to suicide his Acolyte of Pain.
No,
that would have been an option to draw another card, but he was on 3 mana regardless, so no need.
It will die now if there's a Lightning Storm, for example, anyways. Still,
Lightning Storm would be cool now.
Spo is just losing this match at the moment to not having one frigging Lightning Storm. He had a good draw, we saw it. He taunted up all his stuff, but without a Lightning Storm, you're just completely screwed. Maybe he should have hexed earlier to just get rid of 1 mana worm.
Yeah.
Questionable.
Totally agree.
But, well, he was really hoping for that 1 Lightning Storm. Didn't get it at all. Wanted to keep his hex for something bigger. There can always be a Cairn. Even in that Rush Mage, there can be a Cairn too. Maybe a Sylvana, 5/5 minion, you can steal stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But it cost him the game in the end. Those 2 mana worms were just too crazy.
Not yet over, but it looks like he would have Lightning Stormed already. There's the second hex.
It's not yet over, but...
Well, he has like 5 minions with taunt, but 0 attack value.
There are 2 cards Kunzi can draw next turn. And that's just... Even 3 with his Acolyte of Pain. And there's just 1 Fireball in that deck left, and he's waiting for it. I would win him the game. Okay, Earthshock, that's super good.
That's good.
Absolutely. Is he going to get the 3/2 kill too?
No, how?
Oh, Flame Tank Totem. Well, no need to play it, but yeah, okay. Selness? He needs the last fire, or even
Frostball would be no.
Yeah, Frostball would be really good. Wow, did you see it's a totem?
That pig.
That was really annoying.
Go for the water elemental. No, don't. Just. Yeah, no, it's fine to go for the water elemental.
It doesn't matter. Both hexes are gone. If there's a Lightning Storm, the 4/4 and the 3/6 might or slash will survive without spell damage. He could trade his stuff in, but still, he's down to 4. They're like 4 more turns and he's already GG. Okay, Doomhammer is a really good card now. You can clear 2 of those minions. You can kill the 4/4. Oh, okay, you would kill the 3/6, I guess.
Yeah, he wants to survive. Or at least have a chance to survive.
Correct. Healing Totem? That's extremely nice. Just kill the 3/6 and heal up. So he's not going to die to a ping. This is looking less and less cool for Kunzi with those redraws. I would consider playing my Selness and just pinging it.
Really?
Yeah. Just dig for that one freaking card you really want to have.
Or you just go for the face. You know, there is a bit of damage, but if you get the right draw.
Well, after that Yeti ping, you're going to ping the Yeti.
Yeah.
No one is surprised here by that play. And he clears the board pretty good and has 3 minions on the board. I mean, he cannot kill... Well, he can kill the Water Elemental, but the other 2 minions are going to stay. You cannot Doomhammer the Drake. That will kill you. You cannot Doomhammer the Water Elemental. That will kill you also. You could Doomhammer Selness. So that's one thing you can do, actually. What is that last card in Spo's hand?
Well... He lost.
Yeah,
it's over.
He lost. If there's no surprise whatsoever coming. Okay, he survives. At least 1 more turn. We're not sure. What is Kunzi going to... Frostbolt!
Frostbolt!
Now it's over. We saw a mage, and we saw a mage winning.
Nice.
Well played here by Kunzi in the end.
He's going for the troll.
Oh, Violet Teacher?
I would have Ace Lance first and then go for Frostbolt.
Just to show how cool you...
And we see the Archmage Antonidas, as you already said. Not really surprising to have that one in there.
Yeah, Archmage Antonidas, you need /1 to play, absolutely. And that start is not the best one. He wants to keep his mirror image. It's really annoying against Mercury Rogue.
Yep. It's strong.
Yeah.
Well, there's always...
But you need the follow-up stuff for it.
Fan of Knives.
Yeah, you need the follow-up stuff for it.
And the problem that Kunzi has is he's turn 1 against a turn 2 Rogue. That's the first thing. And we saw he had trouble card-wise. Like, he was top-decking for a long time to finish the game.
I don't want to say OP draws, but I'm sorry. 2 Water Elementals plus an Ice Land. This is just doom and what you really don't want to face. can turn out crazy if there are enough saps, or just backstab eviscerate. That's how you kill instantly a water elemental. It can go good for Spo, but if he's not able to get rid of the water elementals, he will lose this game, and he will lose it hard. Since, yeah, if a rogue gets frozen...
Arcane Intellect, perfect draw.
Gnomish Inventor and Archmage Antonidas.
Wow.
And you want to keep your mirror image and Icelands now for turn 8. Like Antonidas, Icelands. Antonidas, mirror image. Just get your firebolts rolling. I thought he's OP when I saw him first. And then I just noticed you can kill him in one turn. And
Antonidas?
Yeah. He's really strong if he gets running. But
if he survives one turn, like, it's more or less over.
This is a strong play too. Violet Teacher, mirror image. You not only get 2 O2 minions, you also get 1/1/1, and it only grows stronger and stronger.
1/1/1.
No problem. I got everything prepared for you. All those spells and beads.
The beads?
Yes.
Nice.
Is he going to sap? Oh, there we have the sap.
Not really surprising to sap that, because he doesn't want to get frozen. First of all, he cannot attack with his weapon. Second of all, the Iceland's damage is incredible.
Oh, Knife Juggler mirror image. You cannot play your water elemental again if there's a Salnus out. You would take like backstab for 3 damage. Sap, shift, like he could just kill your water elemental easy mode.
And then he can ping afterwards.
Yeah.
But there is the risk of
Blade Flurry.
But it's still fine. Like, if he uses Blade Flurry for that board, cool. Go ahead, bro.
You lost. In theory, you only lost 1 minion. Well, if there's a backstab SI7, it's also super annoying, or just SI7 together with whatsoever. There are several plays we could see from Spo here, and he has this handful of stuff. If we've seen a Zurdrake,
could be a prep fan of knives. That would own the. That would be good.
Own something out of something.
Yes.
You wanted to say yes. It would be really amazing if he could Doomhammer the board like that. Does that sound better for you?
He went for the Eviscerate on the Knife Juggler, so that's a win for Kunzi.
Yep, it's good. But are you going to go Water Elemental or Violet Teacher now? And maybe go or Mana Worm and Iceland the 4/4? I'm not really sure. There's a lot of stuff you can/could do. He really wants to go for Antonidas, Iceland, that's obvious. But he's going risky. As you say, Fan of Knives just vaporizes the board. Then he killed the Water Elemental easy mode with a spell. There's a Blade Flurry. That's just 4 damage. Now we're going to see...
Oh, second Eviscerate. That's also fine for Kunzi. I mean, he lost the board control, but 2 Eviscerates gone. And 1 prep gone.
I agree with you there. With like... Spo is dropping some cards to clear the board here, but there's a 4/3 on the board and he's not getting rid of it. He's down to 20. Yeah. It's okay, but it's not OP. Oh, you really want to go Azure Drake and Arcane Missiles, but if they don't go perfect, you're kind of screwed. You would need to use your Icelands to clear the board, but you also...
But Icelands doesn't deal damage.
It just slows the minion from doing the 4 damage. You don't want to go for Violet Teacher and do this stuff. Well, maybe even Violet Teacher, Arcane Missiles would be safer since you can still ping. Even though you get 1 Arcane Missile lesser.
I think Frost Elemental, go for the Mana Worm and ping the face. For one reason. He will deal with the Frost Elemental because he's scared of the double Icelands.
Yes.
Okay? You get a Mana Worm, that's additional, that's another thing that he doesn't want to have out on the board. And you basically set up your next round. Because you have 8 mana, so it's Antonidas, Icelands, Antonidas, Arcane Missiles. You get the first Fireball you really want to have, and you have a big minion. And he already used 2 Eviscerates. He already used 1 Sap. And even if he saps your Antonidas, tough luck, but it doesn't really hurt you that much because you also have the Icelands or Arcane Missiles from the last turn remaining.
The only problem I have with this play is there's 5 damage on the board, with a Leroy already 11, with a Shadow Step Leroy already 17. So it's just risky. But I agree with you there. You want to set up the win, but it could, well, turn out to be extremely dangerous for you.
Second prep gone.
Yeah, that's okay. There's an auctioneer, so you're happy about second prep if you were Spo.
Yeah, but like it also reduces the maximum amount of damage he can put out
in one turn.
In one turn, yeah.
Well, the maximum amount is always if you only have Leroy and Shadow Steps, 18 damage. There's the
18
sap
damage
coming.
Next turn, it's 18 damage. No more, like, and the stuff he has on the board, of course.
If there's a conceal, that will get really annoying. So you might have your Antonidas, but yeah, you would need to go extremely lucky with your arcane missiles to get rid of the left minion. 3 mana left for Spo. Wow, Kublad. Just deal 8 damage, bring him down to 12.
That hurts.
That hurts a lot. Yeah, and the problem is you cannot make yourself Leroy proof. You don't have a mirror image at the moment. You're dropping down to 11. So Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy is already enough. Just looking, I see a 1-1 coming here for Spo versus Kunzi.
Antonidas, Frostlands, the Auctioneer.
But wouldn't you go for Azure Drake, Arcane Missiles?
No.
Just to kill the left one?
No. Antonidas, use your Icelands on the Auctioneer. That buffs up your Mana Worm. Trade the Mana Worm into the A2.
But I get the feeling your board is too weak. You get a Fireball, I agree there.
You get a Fireball and you get your Antonidas out.
You get your Antonidas out, which...
Well, that way he can clear the entire board.
Correct.
That was good. And the problem is he wants to keep his Icelands.
For the Water Elemental Icelands damage. That's always a problem.
And also the Antonidas play.
Yeah. That's always a problem with a combo deck. You rely on your combos, obviously. And there's the Leroy, Shadow Step Leroy probably. And, well, relying on your combos is good, but sometimes it's just not enough to win. Deadly Poison, not even a Shadow Step, so we didn't see the OP combo. It was just a normal Leroy plus follow-up stuff. Kunzi loses here, he had an Archmage Antonidas. Sadly, for the Druid, in my opinion, but I just saw what he has, and Corbin is going into this now, since he's absolutely paying attention. Good job. My producer is
And we see, which is something special, or something we don't see that frequently. It's an Arcane Golem in a token Rush Druid.
You can say it. We haven't seen it by now in all the 5 weeks.
Yep.
You don't need to say it's special or frequently.
Starfire as well.
We just haven't seen this deck in this version at all from Kunzi, and I'm really excited to see what's coming.
You know what's exciting? Kunzi just is my new favorite player.
For having such funny decks prepared.
He pulled out a mage, and afterwards he just has the balls to pull out a freaky Rush Druid.
Well, the Druid has a good potential to rush, actually. You can innervate out stuff. That's good. Especially next turn, you can just innervate out your 5/5. We don't know if Spo has a sap. You get your Saboteur. You got safe 5 damage with a Starfire, and you draw a card. So you can kill some stuff, or just go for the face. I see this deck having a strong potential, especially as a Druid. You got the best thing at all. Like, the best thing. Power of the Wild. Buff every minion. Just play +1/+1. Yeah. And Solar Forest. No one is playing that, but you can get a tree army if everyone dies. It's just super funny.
Death Rattle army.
I'm looking forward to next Ramas with that double Death Rattle guy, so you can go Solar Forest.
It's gonna open up so many new versions. But back to the game, we saw the Druid of the Claw that was used as a charger. Yeah, get ripped apart.
I would have charged it. I would have taunted up. Wow. Even if it gets sapped, you still drew 1 sap, and you can play it 2 turns later. And well, I just would have charged it up. It dies too easy to backstab as a 7. As you always say, you cannot play a 4 HP minion in that turn. It will just get killed.
Yeah, it's true. You can't play a 4 HP, but he dealt 4 damage, and he's going to rush him down. It's a race between those guys.
And the main problem for Kunzi is, well, he has no minions. There's one. He has only spells in his hand.
He's gonna swipe. Yes, he's gonna swipe the face. Swipe the face.
He could swipe the face since he has a Starfire next turn to deal with an Auctioneer.
Exactly.
Or just Starfire as a face.
Or go for Vra's Hero ability next turn.
Ras Hero ability also.
If you don't want Starfire, but he definitely wants to Starfire, because he also draws a card by that.
That's extremely important in this case. I guess swiping the face is a good thing to do here. You kind of don't want to overcommit. That's always the biggest problem. You do not want to overcommit. And the advantage in using your hero ability, you get armor. You make yourself safer for the whole game. You're on 31 now. So he not only needs to kill you for 30 HP, he needs to kill 31 HP. There's the Auctioneer, and whoa, now you have your swipe if it's not getting concealed, which is most likely going to happen.
Yep.
No one is surprised here.
Starfire the face.
Well, Starfire the face seems to be a really good thing. Preparation and Eviscerate or Cold Blood on your minion. In theory, it doesn't matter at all.
No, he's
Cold Blood. Okay. 8 damage next turn is just frigging strong.
That's strong.
Yeah, well, Yeti. Now you're in trouble. You want a Yeti. You want a Starfire. The good thing is you can Starfire always, but if you play the Yeti, he can attack next turn. You could use your hero ability and get 1 more armor again.
With Yeti, that's true, but the problem is I smell saps.
You smell saps. 1 was played. It would be okay, in my opinion, to play with that 1 sap so that not a second one is coming. But as you say, sap and you're screwed.
If he cold bloods like that.
Or
it's not necessarily a sap.
Could be second conceal or just drawing everything. That's the thing.
Second conceal? Like most Miracle Rogues run 1.
Some run 2. That comes down to the player, especially if you maybe we saw it, the questing adventurer. There you play 2.
Of course, you want to
double. It is 15 damage at the moment. Double deadly poison he played. This is going to be so much. Even Eviscerate.
What?
That's going to be 4, 9. Wow.
Spo is going ham.
Yeah, well, that's 17 damage overall. That's quite a lot. I mean, you drop him down like nothing. He's on 13 HP if he attacks with his blade now.
He has to swipe.
Yeah, but you're on... Wow, you could die next turn to Leroy. Shadow Step Leroy.
Yeah. Do you think, like, next turn play?
Wow. He drops him to 8. Wow. Next turn play goes swipe and then claw.
Swipe, claw, hero ability.
I guess that's actually the only and safest play to do. You go up to 11.
But still, Leroy, Shadow Step, Leroy.
And you're already dead. That would be a really... we haven't said it today. That would be a landslide win. And landslide win is actually correct for Spo. He just destroys Kunzi here with his Miracle Rogue. And Leroy. And Shadow Step.
To the mouse.
Yeah, Shadow Step, Leroy.
GG.
Well played here for Spo. Won 2 games. Was it in a row? Yeah, it was in a row.